We're talking business behind the scenes. Good morning, everybody. We're coming to you live right here from inside the main build facility at Bubba's Exotic Motorsports. We're actually back in the admin offices. We're going to kind of share with you a little bit of an update of all the great things that have been going on around here and the great steps forward that we're making here at Bubba's Exotic Motorsports. I'm Tom. We all know the Master Bub. Good morning, Bub. How are we doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing really good so far, man. And good morning to Larry Williams out there. He's already up and fresh and live with us, so super hot, man. We've got a great group of fans and a bunch of friends out there. You know, we love being in front of everybody out there all the time. So we want to just throw you guys an update today. We have, again, we're in, well, actually, I talked to Carrie this morning from DVA Motorsports. We are in our, literally, this is the 20-day countdown to SEMA.
Yep.
Carrie is going to come out this year, right? So going to be cool. So we're going to have some trouble out at SEMA in Vegas this year.
We do every year when we're there.
Probably shouldn't say that for you because you're supposed to be on the right train. Anyways, listen here.
As long as I'm going to the right. This episode is brought to you by Bubba's Exotic Motorsports. That's Bubba'sExoticMotorsports.com. Miss Outlaw Boutique. That's Miss Outlaw Boutique for the finest in boutique apparel and accessories. And the Guinness World Record holding largest cars and coffee event. We won't be there this month, but we will be there next month, Bub, November 18th for the unveiling of the Bubba's Exotic Motorsports SEMA Mustang. Good morning, Larry Williams. Bub, over to you.
Well, gee, let me see if I can remember what I was talking about.
You were talking about Larry Williams and getting ready for the SEMA event. That's where you were.
Why were you talking about the largest cars and coffee in shape of a box?
Showing how big it is.
That was a fairly small box.
That was pretty big, Bub.
All right, man. Listen. So I
you see what Larry's doing over there?
Before I was rudely interrupted.
Got to get to the promos.
I thought you already did, so I kind of just want to take it and run with it. I see.
That's why I cut it.
Oh, okay. Just cut me off. So I'll tell you what, man. It's we have literally between now and next Friday. So Friday the 20th, the SEMA BEM wide body Mustang ships out. That car is going to be insane when it hits the streets. It's going to be insane when the world sees it. I talked to a couple guys over at Muscles, Mustangs, and Fast Forwards magazine last night. So I'm going to get that information over to you so you can close that thing in.
Thank you.
But there's going to be a lot of magazine coverage on this car when it's done. We've got some of the biggest names. I mean, literally last night when I was communicating a little bit more with, you saw the emails going back and forth.
We were working on until 11 o'clock last night.
You know, with Borla, with Nitto Tires. I mean, I can't tell you how honored we are to have some of literally the largest names in the industry throwing product at this car. And, you know, to be able to get, you know, not just one sponsor to kick in product, you know, the latest and greatest of everything, but to have a full combination of literally, we have Nitto Tires, we have American Racing, CPE Custom Performance Engineering, Watson Racing, Steeda Autosports, Diode Dynamics, who else? Borla Exhaust,
Watson,
Carbon Creations, Duraflex. So there are
Extreme
so
Dimensions.
many. Palm Beach Plating. I mean, everybody that hooked us up with product on this car. This is a huge build that we're doing right now. You know, total BEM design, but a very strong team effort from a lot of huge companies out there. So this thing is going to look insane, and we just can't wait to unveil it.
It clearly speaks up to the quality of who you are and people believing in us as a business and as a team.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of that fluff and everybody that likes to kick around the negativity, but at the end of the day, Bub, it shows, you know, you as one of the top 3 today. We get the biggest names out there, not because there's any substantiation to it, but because people like to spread lies and gossip. And your work stands on its own, and Bub, it's the best of the best. That's why it's being featured at SEMA.
Well, you know, you can't deny quality. You know, it's like you mentioned. You know, there's so many people. Everybody's got their own opinion. You know, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But the reality is, you have to be objective enough to look at both sides of any story before you place judgment or place an opinion out there. Or else, at that point, you're causing either false information, creating drama, creating things that aren't true. And it's all misleading, and you know, I can't stand stuff like that. I can't stand drama. I can't stand playing games.
I don't either.
I just want to stay in my corner, focus on what
quiet
I'm doing,
and just work.
And this woman. So my office manager, you guys can't see her. She's offset. You can hear the chuckling continually rolling.
By the way, Bub, would you like to play a game?
Ready? Man, we haven't talked to that Larry in a long time. No. You know, I think he called me the other night.
Did he? It should have been a 703-677. That's it. 7642.
Yeah. It wasn't in my phone for some reason, but I did get a call from that number. I picked up, and there was nothing, no response or anything.
Mom and I actually watched Saw 4 last night.
There's a new Saw coming out. Jigsaw.
October 27th.
Yes. So we might be able to catch that before we go to Vegas, right? We leave on the 29th.
I'd say we could go while we're in Vegas, but that ain't gonna happen, man.
No chance.
Too many VIP parties.
No chance. So, anyways, man, you know, back to it. we love building just high-end design. I kind of overstepped it right there. So anyways, the Canon that I have offset over here now is the one that's continually making trouble in the shop. She does a killer job at running the place. She has us on these, I mean, Google calendars and these
Always
events
laughing, always happy, man.
always something going on. So she has something big coming. Nobody knows. It's in my head. It is coming, and it is going to fall out probably by the end of the week. I think that's tomorrow. So Shannon, please be ready. Just letting you know.
You be ready.
Okay.
Paybacks.
So back to the Mustang, man. It's we've had these names of these huge companies out there. This literally sending us every product, not a piece. Like, hey, okay, here's $50 worth of product. We are probably sitting right now between, I would say, $75,000 and $85,000 worth of product alone into this car.
Yep.
And that is going to show. It's going to be reflective on not only us here at BEM from a design and build side, but also from a quality standpoint from all the guys out there. I mean, Steeda, Watts, everybody out there that has sent in product for this car. You can literally see the quality of what they offer to the marketplace. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Either the end user or us as builders and designers, our friends out there in the industry as well as builders and designers. Huge stuff, man. I'm excited.
It is exciting, and like you say, we don't need the drama. We don't need everybody else's games. We don't need that. We don't need it. It's not necessary, man.
Yeah.
You're trying to run a business. You're trying to focus on doing positive things in the worst of times, and you just need to be able to focus. Mr. Producer, did you have a question?
Larry Williams agrees. Life is better without drama. No need for it.
Thank you, Larry. You're right. Life is better without drama. There is no need for it, and you don't need people in your life who create unnecessary drama. It just and it's all around you, especially, Larry, as you know, when you're the best in the business, people are always trying to find a way, though. Too many people pretend to be your friend to your face, knife you in the back, and that just seems to be the way it is,
Yeah, it's and that's why our circle's so small, dude. We've got a super tight circle. Fortunately, we're blessed enough to be around really solid people who have been in that same dramatic, kind of like the limelight feeling. Whenever you become somebody, you create a name for yourself. You kind of become the target. And that doesn't matter what industry you're in, whether you're in an automotive industry, whether in, for example, the baseball players. We know a lot of them. So many of those guys, and we know them on a personal level, and they just get kicked through the dirt sometimes, depending on certain actions they've made. Some of our closest ones out there have been really, really smashed around to where people won't even talk about them anymore. But they were true legends, dude. And everybody that has made a name for themselves, it doesn't matter how good you are. There's always going to be people out there that hate, and it doesn't matter. You just keep cranking through. You focus on your target and you go with it.
That's exactly.
And that's what we're doing. The SEMA Mustang is insane.
Look at the SEMA Mustang's insane.
Yeah.
And then people tell you can't build the car. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be focusing on that. How about this will be a game changer for us?
Yeah, it's it's coming together strong, dude. It's I can't wait to not only get the car out there from us. As everybody knows, all of our fans out there, if you aren't aware of it, but we built the first concept Turbonetics Camaro, and that was the SSX. So this thing was insane, dude. This thing was down 1,100 plus horsepower to the rear tires. Turbonetics, again, sponsored that entire car. So we've been with Turbonetics for, I would say, over 10 years, always doing a lot of R&D with them, doing one-off builds and designs, and it's just, when you can have a company that is that large, I mean, literally, Turbonetics, which is a Wabtec company, they are literally taking over the boosted world. So, I mean, they have, now it's Turbonetics, it is Napier, it is Precision Turbo, literally the biggest names in the industry. They own all of it now. They're literally just going out and buying it up. And guess what? That's what you do with your competition sometimes.
That's right.
You just buy it all up.
Well, that's what Grandpa did, mergers and acquisitions.
So, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You're literally controlling the entire world of the turbocharged application. And, we're super honored to be building another car for Turbonetics Precision. It is going to be in their booth at SEMA this year. Not outside sitting in a parking spot. This is going to be a main focal point. The guys over there, they've already seen some sneak peeks and behind the scenes shots of that car. They feel as if there's going to be a lot of awards won at SEMA.
I've heard from several people the car's going to place trophies.
I'm looking forward to it, man. It's you go out there, you're there with literally the biggest names in the industry, and there's hundreds of guys out there that do insane designs. So it's not just it's not just a limited run of people that do great quality work. There are thousands of people that take and submit cars to SEMA. But to be able to get your car inside is that's like a big step. So,
well,
to
it
have
just
this one out
shows
there.
how we're recognized in the industry, especially you with your build style, Bub.
Yeah.
It's just like, for example, one of the things we talked about last night is our new Bubba's Exotic Motorsports cards. We're going to change the color of the business again. You are now going to take, because of your close affiliation with Steeda and all of the big names, Precision, Turbo, Turbonetics, you're going to now change the crown of our logo to a red, Bub. So it's going to be black and red. Our special one-off edition SEMA shirts will also have the red crown on them as well.
Yeah, it's you know, it's all going to be themed, you know, and it's just the small things, you know, that all of those, when you do them all hand in hand, just like when we do the designs on the rides, you know, when you do all these little things and you put it all together, at the end of the day, you know, just everybody out there, even our friends in the industry, you know, that are builders themselves. We have a lot of huge builders that are really close friends. You know, even to just down to clients and down to fans. You know, when they see that you put all of that time, it just shows. The quality shows at the end. You know, when your business cards are literally going to be and I'll just throw it out there. They're going to be a gloss black with a gloss red finish. They have been for the longest time gloss black or matte black with a gloss gold foiled. So it looked really good, very high end and very exotic, very rich looking. But because of the way we're doing this Turbonetics and precision build for SEMA, it is literally going to be switched. So it's going to be a matte black with a gloss red finish on it, going to look insane, which is also going to match all of our clothing. So it's going to look really cool, man. It's going to look themed in, kind of cool, going to be fun, and you know, we're looking forward to it.
It's going to be a lot of fun, Bub.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yep.
Hey, Larry, I wanted to ask, I've asked that on a couple shows. Larry, are you going to be at SEMA? If so, can we meet up? I know we've got to meet with Boiler. They want to sign the dealership agreement out there when we're there as well with them, Bub. And we'll be doing autographs in all those major partners' booths while we're there.
Yeah. I know Borla wants to hook up with us when we're out there. The guys at CPE, they're doing a really insane Raptor right now. They've been sending me over some behind-the-scenes shots. I mean, we've got so much stuff in the works. Our guys over at American Racing, man, they're sending us our own sneak peeks of the wheels. So I'm having some fun with that, man. Those guys out there love it for what they're putting together on that car, and it's you know, they literally feel, the guys I've talked to at American Racing, they're like, listen, man, I'm telling you right now, this may be one of the baddest wheels we've ever built.
Well,
so
the general
that's pretty cool.
consensus of the public, Bub, is that they've never seen a car like that. The head of your corporate legal team, Joe Jansen, drove the car for himself the other day, and
Yeah.
he's blown away at not only the style of the car, but the way the car drives and handles as well.
Well, I mean, that's still, you know, it's still fairly in a, it's clean right now. It's pretty hot. It's clean right now. I was up till probably 11 last night working with the guys at Morpheus Wraps.
Yep.
They're getting all the vinyl logos cut for down the doors, and I'm actually now thinking about redoing my initial design as always, you know, switching the designs around a little bit of the car. So something you guys will have to wait and see. There have been sneak peek shots of logo placement on that car, but I haven't really shown exactly what I'm putting on there, who the major sponsors are yet, and also the position that they're going to be placed out on the car.
Do we have a red BEM logo for the
Yes, I'm working on all that right now. Yeah,
Mr. Producer, you had a question.
It's not a question. I actually have some sad news. Larry Williams will not be joining us at SEMA.
Oh, I'm sorry, Larry. I wanted to hook up with you out there and do what boys do. The girls are in New York, Bub. It's
in
a
Vegas,
boys-
the only thing I could think of would be hire prostitutes. What?
That what?
No, that's what you do in Vegas, isn't it?
No,
No?
no,
What?
no,
Wait,
because I'm
what?
gonna be there.
Oh,
Yous are taking me.
okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you guys. Sorry.
I want to go to the sausage.
Larry, you
party.
got to get out there with us and come have some fun. By the way, Bub, did you see the new Mercedes that the new Mercedes Sprinter style van that Larry's working on up there?
No, I haven't seen that yet. I really haven't. In case you guys haven't noticed, and by the way, Wade Van Sice is on. So what's up, Doc?
Doc, how are you today, man? And by the way, Doc, I was going to call you last night because I hadn't spoken to you. Doc Van Sice is the Marlins orthopedic surgeon. He's also the surgeon who did my double bicep tear. I will be going back to see the doc. I was talking to somebody.
Torn it double.
I did it twice, Doc, as you know. So I'm coming back. He just finished Mark Brown, one of the Marlins managers' knee surgeries, right? And Doc, I'm gonna come back to see you. I'm gonna have this repaired when we get back from SEMA. I told a guy last night in the gym. He said this time you might want to listen to the doctor.
Yeah, probably. Probably a
stay
smart
on-
idea.
Yeah.
So again, you knocked me off subject. I have no idea where I was going in that last conversation, so I'm gonna ride with it.
You just jumped in and you were saying about Larry. We were talking.
No,
about
we're
the
talking about
Mercedes
the
Sprinter van.
Mercedes Sprinter van. Yeah, because the Mercedes got me talking about the doc.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, man. It's you know, I haven't. If Larry, I'm sure you've noticed, I haven't been very heavy on Instagram this past. I would say really this past
You
week,
haven't
man.
been. You've
I've
been
just been
painting and
so
everything.
busy. I mean, literally, I threw up one of the Marlins players, Brett
Brett
Lilac.
Lilac's car.
I threw his up. The Audi I did for him on, I don't know, man, when was that? 2 days ago or something, I think. And I've had that post building in my phone for I've been kind of putting that thing together for the past 4 or 5 days. So I haven't been heavy on Instagram. I've been doing a lot of super long hours dealing with the sponsors, getting the SEMA ride built, the client rides
a lot
built.
behind the scenes.
We're doing the final touches, which you haven't seen yet, the Monkey in Paradise Premium Vodka Challenger right now.
That car looks good, man.
Looks insane, dude. It's I'm on the final assembly on that car right now, getting it done, and my hands are in every pot right now, so I'm just cranking them all out. And just stay tuned, man. You're going to see some crazy stuff out there.
And again, I think this is a great time to illustrate, Bub, why it is you are considered in the top 3 of the industry, because you do paint and body, you do sew the fabric if you need to, you do all the mechanical, you have all the technical knowledge from 1913 to today's 2017 Lambos and Ferraris. Yeah. It's because, and that's what sets you apart from everybody else. And Larry's out there, and Larry and Greg, our upholstery tech, are the 2 best in the industry today. And Sunnyside Trim Shop out there in Georgia, those guys do quality work. If you're in the Mid-Atlantic states, look up Sunnyside. I mean, those guys, Sunnyside Trim Shop is the place to be.
Insane, yeah.
There are the 2 best upholsterers are right here on the East Coast here. Mr. Producer.
So we won't have Larry, but Chris West says that he'll be singing us there.
Good morning, Chris. Chris West is our longtime sponsor at Solution Finish. We just sent Chris, so you'll know.
Out to Richard.
Out to Richard Olquin, who was an upholsterer and an automotive builder for many years out in Abilene, Texas. He's restoring his dad's Nova, if I've got it correct, and he wanted a bottle of Solution Finish. We sent one of the larger ones with the applicator and the microfiber. Only cost us $10. Shannon ran it to the post office. He got it down there, Chris, and it was amazing. He's blown away at the Solution Finish product. And he's very happy. I saw the pictures that Chris posted about the California fires, so I reached out to Jody Foose because Chip was so busy. I did talk to Jody the last 2 nights, Chris. Chip did have to go to a hotel with his family, but when I spoke to Jody last night, she said Chip had returned because the forest fires there had moved away.
And that's crazy too, man, because we have some of those, I don't know, is that what they're considered, forest fires that we have here? We have those. Brush fires, that's it. So our largest one was 80 acres, right? Was the last one we had. That was down central, so just a couple miles from here. I will tell you what, man, if you guys have never dealt with that stuff, it's brutal. I mean, not necessarily that your house is on fire. Yes, there's serious potential for that, but the fact that just everything burning, when it fills the air, it seeps through your windows, your cracks, you can't breathe in your own home. Even with the door shut, the window shut, nothing. So it is something where you literally have to just leave and go somewhere else.
And that's what Jody was saying about Chip. They went and checked into a hotel to make sure they were safe. When I talked to Jody last night, I chatted to her. She's in Laguna Beach up there, beautiful home right over the water. And she was saying that Chip was able to return home. So I'm very thankful that those people were able to return, although I think that fire's claimed 15 lives. So Chris, I hope you're safe.
Chris West said it was like a war zone.
And you know what, Chris?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's like.
It's a big dark cloud of everything, everywhere.
And that's the way it was when Hurricane Irma just rolled through here. We're just now getting back on our feet. It's got us about 7 weeks behind, and there is still debris, Chris, all over the place. The upshot of it is the plants get a new chance to spark, new animals are born. There's all kinds of great stuff that comes about of it. The palm trees shake out, get out some of the dead brush in them. So while it does look like a war zone, and I agree, it's scary, Chris. It's very scary when those environmental things happen like that. Natural disasters.
Yeah.
As we call them. Right?
Crazy stuff, man.
So, Chris, are we going to see you down at SEMA this year?
Yes,
We're always on the road together.
Yeah, that's how this started.
Okay, so Chris, we will see you at SEMA. We'll be at the Turbonetics booth. We'll be at the Borla booth. We'll be at Steeda's booth. We'll be at all the booths. Chris, are you going to have a booth set up there this year? By the way, Chris is in California for all of our fans who are watching now. Let me know if Chris is going to have a booth out there. If so, we'll go by and we'll spend some time with Chris and do some autographs over there as well with him. Give him some love. So, going to be a good show out there, isn't it?
And Larry wants to know, this is actually a pretty good one because it's been a while since I've done any personal interviews. He said, Bub, who did you look up to in the business growing up, right?
Okay, so there's an answer to that question. Larry Williams, who is indeed one of the best upholsterers in the world, who owns Sunnyside Trim Shop there in Georgia. There are 2 people that we looked up to from a mentor standpoint. The person I looked up to was Paul Sr. From Orange County Choppers. We have consequently consummated a friendship over the years along with Rick Petco, his lead fabricator. Senior's business model to me was the business model I implemented here. And just like the book he wrote, I'm in the process of writing your story as well right now, Bub.
Yeah.
We will see Senior in November. He'll be here with us, hanging out and spending a good time. But Bub's mentor was the one and only Bub.
Billy Lane.
Billy Lane, the world famous chopper builder, who had the Discover series Biker Build Off and Monster Garage. Bub and Billy have themselves consummated a very, very close friendship. Larry, Billy is just north of us, so Billy and Rick Petco and Xavier.
We're actually, what is today? Today's what? This
10th.
So when is the 13th? That's like this weekend?
This
Yeah.
weekend.
So that's this
Tomorrow.
weekend. We were supposed to be with him, with Billy this weekend. There's no chance that we could do it.
No.
Layla's got her event going on. Yeah, it's this weekend. He's with X right now from Buck Cherry, so they're getting the Sons of Speed event set up. Billy is. So we were supposed to be with them this weekend, and Layla was gonna do the Flag Girl again.
Not going to happen.
No chance.
Too
Yeah,
much
there's
going
just
on.
there's way too many events going on right now. We've got so many locally. We've still got so much to do on the SEMA car, man. I've got probably a good month's worth of work left. I got to squeeze into 5 days. So I'm going to be really cranky next week.
Very good question, Larry. Very, very good question. So my mentor was Paul Senior. Bub's was Billy Lane.
Well,
So,
wait, I got to add to that though.
Okay, go ahead.
So, and Connor, hold your horses over there, Hot Rod.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what, man. It's you know what I liked about it, man. And this is where, and it also goes to almost the way TV has gone as well. So,
We are doing the new format of TV now.
I would say this is probably back in, this has to be like early 2000s, right? Maybe late 90s, early 2000s, yeah. There was on reality-based TV, which was Discovery Channel. They pretty much owned like the automotive informative section.
Reality-based shows.
Yeah, so there was, everything from, that was when, American Chopper kicked off, which was Paul Sr., Paul Jr., Rick Petco, all those guys out there. So they started off with that show, but then also, just prior to that was Jesse James doing Monster Garage and all the biker build-offs.
That's correct.
So all of that was on Discovery Channel. I mean, there was not, we talked about it the other day, there was not a time and a place where you would be where you were like, listen, I gotta go, like I have to get home to see this episode,
That's
because
correct.
you didn't have DVR at the time.
That's correct.
This is 17 years ago already, so you didn't
Wow.
have things that you could record with, the devices like that. You would have to like set up a tape recorder to record what you were trying
Sure.
to watch, right, or buy the disc. So there was those channels that were, or not the channels, Discovery Channel in specific, but there were so many shows that were on that channel that were very real. They were not fake. They were not scripted.
Correct.
And at
Much
that
like what
time,
we did.
in that time in my life, I was in like my 14, 15, my teenage years. So I'm growing up watching these shows, and I'm literally like watching, as this is my interest, I'm watching what these guys are doing. So when I'm watching Billy, when I'm watching Jesse, when I'm watching the two compete, which by the way are super good friends. So when I'm watching Billy and Jesse do, tank fabrication, panel fabrication, when I'm watching them use English wheels and planishing hammers and just watching the way they roll metal and the way they weld, watching that, the way it was, the way Discovery put it together was true. It wasn't just like there was a start and then there was a finish. They showed the entire process and let people talk all the way through it. It wasn't fake crap.
Well, that's why none of our episodes have we ever allowed, even on our Silver Telly Award-winning 6-season show, we never allowed ourselves to be scripted.
Yeah, so it was, you could watch that stuff and you could really see, you literally just, these guys, they walk over to an inventory stock and they grab a sheet of sheet metal
And
they
stamp it out.
And they start working, and you could watch that process unfold all the way through. And even though there were certain guys that outsourced paint stuff and all that stuff, outsourced upholstery, doing seats, a lot of that stuff was outsourced for all those guys. But even watching that process, you could watch a design come together and watch the way this was supposed to tie in with this. And I really just looked, Larry, at all of those different guys out there, whether it be Paul Senior and Junior at Orange County, Jesse at West Coast at the time,
Rick Petco,
Billy
your good
at
friends.
Choppers Inc. So there's all these different companies out there. They all had their own build styles, a little old, little new, little West Coast, little East Coast. So I really I had a very open variety of what was going on in the market, and I just took that, captured all of it, and then not only mastered all of those items, but took in 10 times more in terms of doing the paint and body, doing custom fabrication, doing leather working, doing all kinds of things you could possibly imagine. And I just don't take no for an answer. That's it. If I don't know how to do something, I won't stop till I can master it.
By the way, I just texted Rick Petco this morning. I was telling him we're looking for some very qualified technicians to join the crew here, and if he knew by anybody up there in Pennsylvania, because a lot of people don't know, he rode from Pennsylvania to Newburgh, New York, a 2-hour ride one way.
Yep.
Every day for OCC.
Yep.
He's very active. Rick's a really good dude, man.
Yeah.
So is Billy. So are all the people we hang out with, man.
Yeah.
We're blessed to the best. You had a comment, Mr. Producer, or a question?
As long as it's okay by Bub.
Go with it.
Chris West says a book is very cool, but he also he says he's not gonna have a tent. I'm guessing that's what we were talking about.
We're talking about
Yes,
TV.
he's not going to have a booth.
He's not gonna have a booth.
Yeah,
but he's gonna be around.
Sorry, old job. He's gonna be doing appearances and promoting his distributors.
Okay, so Chris, who is the innovator of Solution Finish, which is, bringing black back. It's the only product you use to bring the black color of faded materials.
Plastics, yep.
Yep, especially like on avalanches and stuff in the harsh South Florida sun. It's the only product you'll use. And we tour with Chris a lot. We're on the road with him a lot, and we're big fans of his. He's big fans of ours. So you will see Solution Finish at SEMA, and this is a place where you go see the new products that are on the market. You and Chris have been together for 5-6 years now.
Oh, longer than that, yeah. It's
And
fun. We're always bumping into each other every
always
time we
on
turn
the road.
around. Whether we're on the West Coast, out in California, whether he's over here in Florida, I mean,
Yeah.
we're literally always bumping into
Yeah.
each other somewhere, whether in Indianapolis, whether in New York.
Yeah.
We're literally slamming into each other all the time.
And he's a great dude. So if you guys, the fans around the world who are going to SEMA, if you're in the restorative process of a vehicle and you want to keep the authenticity of the original panels on the car and they're in good shape, or seats, or even we did an infomercial for Chris about 5 years ago with the '65 Mustang with a faded vinyl top.
That took
And-
us about 145 takes, by the way, too.
But we
Not
got it.
so much because of me, just saying.
That's right. But we did a comparison, a side-by-side comparison on the roof. The client could either pay $1,800 to have a vinyl roof put on, or we could use back to black,
And spend an hour putting it on.
bringing the black back. Yep.
100%, yeah.
Did it right on,
Yep.
spot on. It's an amazing product.
Yep.
Mr. Producer.
Chris just saying he's gonna give you guys a call later.
Sure.
At some point to find out where you're gonna be, so that way he
Okay.
can hook up with you guys. He loves you guys.
Chris, we love you too. We will be, you can call me, you've got my cell phone number, you got Bub's cell phone number. We are in booth 24125 for the official unveiling of the Bub's Exotic Motorsports Turbonetics Precision Turbo SEMA Mustang, but we will be at Borla, we'll be at Watson Racing, we will be at, Steeda, we'll be at all the big names that have contributed to the build.
Looking forward to it, man.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yep, so I'm going to get back out in the shop. I'm actually finishing painting a 1970 Buick GS right now.
You are.
I've probably painted 20 colors this week.
You have.
Probably, for sure. And then one of my dickbag team members here at BEM decided to just
Knock the fender over after you painted it yesterday.
knock the fender over. Right on the freaking ground, dude. So guess what? You know how I know who the guilty party is?
I know who it is.
He's sanding it right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry, I'll get it.
That's right.
No, man, listen, it's, accidents happen, but again, we do whatever it takes to make the job done right. We have more
Ladies
from
and gentlemen,
Steeda.
straight in from Steeda Motorsports.
Can I have my package,
Motorsports.
please?
I don't know.
Is it a big package?
I don't
Bub,
know.
do you have a big package?
I have a huge package. Do you see the size of this thing?
Yeah, it runs
Look
in
at the size of
family.
this thing
I thought
between
this
my
was
legs.
family friendly. What's happening?
What?
We're talking about our packages. It runs
So-
in the family.
Very family.
Listen, this
Can
is
I please
going.
have a pair of scissors, Shannon, so we can cut that box? Let's open it here live.
Wait, what? We're wrapping it up. We were on the closing.
Oh no, we're gonna see what Steeda sent in.
Oh, Jesus. I already know what this is. This is the toe link kit, or not the toe link kit. This is actually the toe arm kit. So listen, because of this, so this is pretty cool, right? So let me show you guys something that's pretty cool with these S550 Mustangs. Because our car is not only so low to the ground, I'm going to switch it from letters and go to numbers. 2, it is very wide. This thing it's literally rocking 12-inch wide fronts, 15-inch wide rear tires and wheels.
SEMA car.
This thing is huge. So the ground
Get
effects
that
that
for
are
the
on this
book.
car, the body kit that is on this car, the carbon creations, carbon that's all the way around it makes this thing very wide, very low, barely fits in our trailer. We needed some sort of way of towing this car, right? So Steeda has gone through and literally designed a complete tow hook kit that mounts to the factory chassis on this car. Oh, he's going to show the product name without dropping the nuts this time.
Ladies and
do it.
gentlemen, would you like to see me drop my nuts?
Don't do it.
Come on.
So I need to get these out of the box and over to Padded Palm Beach plating because again, it is all going to be in that beautiful bingo gloss red.
So let's take a look at it, Bub. Let's have a look at what you got here. And we'll turn this over to you, and you can explain a little bit more about it as we go.
Jesus, let me know when you get it open.
Yeah, we'll get it
We just lost like 146 viewers from how long that took.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The one thing that Steeda does is package this stuff.
Hey
correct.
man, it comes in right.
It's correct. It does.
By the way,
ladies
didn't
and
get
gentlemen,
everything out. I know for sure you didn't because there's a real one. Oh wait, no, you got that. That's it.
ladies and gentlemen, see how quickly I get accused of things?
No.
Oh,
It's gonna have the other piece in there.
Merry Christmas,
You
Bob.
watch.
Here we go, Bob. All right, so let's open this up, Bub. We'll hand it over to you, and you tell us what we got here.
See, there's the rear pieces I was talking about. See what I'm saying?
So here we have, Bub. What are these two pieces here?
So these are actually tow hooks, right? So these literally bolt to factory locations underneath the chassis of the S550 Mustang. And again, this is everything from 2015 onward. You know what I like about this whole thing is I'm going live on the spot right now with this information. So these are the rear tow hooks that are going to hook into the chassis of these cars. It doesn't matter if you're 4-cylinder, V6, EcoBoost, GT350R, doesn't matter what model line you have. These are direct fit components that bolt to that car, and you can literally reach right underneath, whether you're low, whether you're high, whether you're fat, wide, doesn't matter what your suspension setup is, how big your body kit is. You can throw a chassis hook to that thing and you just ratchet it down inside your trailer and it is done. No need for wrapping through wheels. In this case, $15,000 set of wheels. You don't want to wrap some straps to them and then have something rub off in terms of the powder coating or the plating that's on the finish of the wheel, the huge dish that's on them, the spokes that are on them. So you want to think of another way to safely tie that car down. You don't want to hook to a sway bar. Those are all powder coated. So Steeda makes a direct fit kit, bolt to the front chassis and also to the rear suspension, and it bolts this car right in like it should. And you can literally throw your tie down in, hook it on, and ratchet it down.
Again, Bub, we want to say, point out the quality of
It's like a
Steeda's
roller
product.
coaster.
It is. Oh, you can hold on. Props, Bub.
Yeah, go.
Right? That's
Where
props.
did the nuts
Right?
go that you were
Roller
talking
coaster
about?
holder.
Yes.
Right?
Throw your
So-
hands up, Bub. Make it look exciting.
Yeah, throw your hands up like you're
I
going
didn't,
through the.
I
like,
didn't get any of
Whee!
the Okay.
Woo!
Wait, mine just unhooked.
Ladies and gentlemen, a young man died today in Bubba's Exotic
Stop
Motorsports after he was pitched out of his seat.
And his nuts are
This
still
is,
up there.
Bub, again, here's the color instructions that Steeda brings it with, all the mounting hardware you need to put
Yep.
it together, and the locking plates as well.
Yeah, man, so I'm actually going to take these pieces, even though they come in already a beautiful zinc finish, I'm going to take these, send them off to Pat in Palm Beach Plating.
Once you get out of your roller coaster.
Yes, for sure. So I'm still waiting to, like, go. So I'm going to hook him up with these pieces. These will all be done in gloss red. Again, you can see that fine Steeda logo printed in this thing. It is going to look insane underneath of this car. I'm telling you guys, when you see this car, you'll see bottom pictures of it. We will do some sneak peek shots of this thing on our Instagram later on. Probably not this week. I'd say going into this weekend, maybe early next week once we get to the final tuning of this thing, get it done. I'll tell you what, man, the undercarriage of that car is looking pretty
It's
red.
looking really good.
Yeah.
It's looking really, really good. And Bub, let me show you how we do this here. Let's see if I can do this for you. Hold on one second.
What?
Let's see if we can do it. We're gonna treat everybody to a little gift here. How's that sound? Hold on one second. So we do know that Pat at Palm Beach Plating is the guy. Hold on one second. It is our guy who we just call. This is how simple it gets, right? Okay. So we simply pick up the phone. And Pat, did he pick up the other parts we received?
Pat has already picked up everything else. He picked up the, we had a set of jacking rails.
Hey, Pat.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, brother? You are live on the air with Tom and Bubba on Doing It Bubba Style. And I'm going to put it right up by the mic here. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have Pat from Palm Beach Plating on the phone with us. Say hello to the world, Pat.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
Hey, Bub, why don't you tell Pat a little bit more about what we just got in from Steeda Autoports Sports that just came in that Pat needs to take care of on the plating for the SEMA Mustang.
What's up, Pat? Hey, man, I just got the final piece in for the SEMA build, so if you want to just swing by whenever you can, I will give you these so you can get them done.
Afternoon or probably first thing in the morning. You guys get out of there at 4 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
I don't close till 4, so I'll come out first thing in the morning.
All right, I'll just see you then, and then whenever you just finish everything up, just bring it all back at one trip, and then we'll do a nice little promo with it.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thanks, Pat.
Let me talk to Pat. We'll say, hey, Pat.
Yes, sir.
We just wanted the world to see how simple it is from Palm Beach Plating and why Bub exclusively stays with Palm Beach Plating. We pick up the phone, we call, you're here, and the SEMA car is taken care of.
Yes, sir.
Give us the website, Pat,
Palm Beach Plating and powdercoat.com.
and the phone number.
561-863-5760.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, for the very best in the industry. It is Pat from Palm Beach Plating. We love you, Pat. We'll see you soon.
All right, talk to you later. Bye.
that's how
Now,
easy it is.
I can't wait till this is done in that red.
God,
you
that's
know,
gonna look good, man.
Yeah. So we've done a lot of accenting underneath that car. You guys are just gonna have to wait, man. I'm telling you, we've done everything in the gloss bingo red. It looks insane. This thing looks like a full-out track car. It is ready to go. It does everything it's supposed to do. It's sitting right. It's sitting tight. It rides insane. And now we just put that icing on the cake, dude, because we had to have some way not only to get this car to Vegas, but to transport it safely, right? Got to be fully functional.
It's got to be fully functional. Is Larry Williams still with us? I got a question for him.
It's actually not showing me.
It's not,
might be, though. We
Larry,
still
are
have
you
some
still with
viewers.
us out there? Hey, what?
We still have some viewers, so Larry, say hey.
Yeah, exactly. So if Larry's out there, I want to ask him a question real quick. Going to be a big show on Saturday, Bub. We're going to have the folks from, I think, Borley Exhaust
Yes.
is going to be with us.
Yes.
Who else do we have?
We have Nitto Tire.
Nitto Tire, Stephen Lou from
so
Nitto Tire,
Super insane, man.
who's the
270
president of marketing out of California for the USA.
Listen, 275/25 ZR20 front. Okay, that's like a massive rear on today's Z06 Corvettes. And we are rocking a 345/25/20 rear. Stupid. I cannot. The tire. Okay, so listen. The tire is literally as wide as what I'm holding in my hand. Just so you guys put that in perspective, that is how wide the rear tires on this car are going to be. That is a package.
Well, I want Larry
What?
to join us live package. Told you, it runs in the genes.
Saying, dude.
Big packages.
All right, so I got to get back out to the shop. I've got paint drying. I've got to go watch it dry. Not really, but that's what you have to do.
Ah, very good, Bub.
So I've got to go out there. I've got, just like I always mention, 10, 15, 20 minutes between coats. You want to make sure you do it right, so I've got to go do that. I've got a ball player coming in this afternoon, so we need to get ready for that. I just got to get things going. So guess what? Keep on doing
Till
Bub
tomorrow,
stuff.
Bub.
I'm out. Bye. I got to go.
Tim Wood just wants to say hey.
Good
And
morning.
he-
Oh, Bub, you better come
he's-
back to say, come back.
Wait, what up?
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the former Miami Marlins pitcher, Mr. Tim Wood, just checked in, and that is actually one of Bub's very closest friends.
Tune
In fact,
in for the circus, he
I-
said.
Tune in for the circus, right on, Woodrow.
Roller
in fact,
coaster.
In fact, roller coaster. Hey, Woody, if you were at SEMA with us, we definitely have some bad issues, man. I've already been put out of the place once. Yeah, it's not good, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Woody, what up? Right? Ladies and gentlemen, see, there you go. You got to see Bub off the set right
I
there by
did.
doing that. Until tomorrow, Bub.
Just keep on doing it Bubba style.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's reach out, touch somebody's life in a very positive manner. If somebody's hands are full, please open the door for them. If you're down in the dumps, look at the positive side of things. Don't look at the negative side of things. Good things are coming for you. Good actions beget good behaviors. Everything comes back. Karma's good. If you're good people, karma's good. If you're bad people, karma's bad. And you won't see it every day. You'll just see how your life is in a negative spin. Look at your karma and see what's going on. If somebody has holes in the bottom of their shoes, buy them a pair of shoes. Give them a pair of yours. Pay less is cheap, and it's everywhere. It's on every corner. And if somebody's hungry, please feed them, man. McDonald's, 7-Eleven, try to take care of those who need some help out there. There's a lot of people out there. Till tomorrow, people, let's just keep on doing it, Bubba style. This episode has been brought to you by Bubba's Exotic Motorsports. That's Bubba'sExoticMotorsports.com. The Outlaw is loose in Abacoa, Miss Outlaw Boutique at 561-660-6695. Look for all the new boutique apparel that's coming through the doors now, getting you ready for the fall season and the concert events. And by the Guinness World Record holding largest cars and coffee event here in the Palm Beaches, November 18th will be there, exit 71 at the Palm Beach Outlet Mall. Till tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, please, let's keep on doing it, Bubba style. All right, Bub, let's get out there and build this SEMA Mustang, shall we?